How to Write a Grant, Become a Grant Writing Unicorn, written and narrated by Meredith Noble. Introduction. I grew up as a fifth-generation cattle rancher in Wyoming. I think we were in the last 1% of ranchers to make the technology switch from loose stack hay to round bales. Loose hay meant our hay was put up loosely in a cabin-like structure, piled high until it looked like a thatch roof. Every winter, we would pitch the hay off a wagon for the cattle with a pitchfork. Sounds idyllic, right? In many ways it was. Big workhorses pulling a sleigh through sparkling snow is one of the most beautiful sights you can imagine. You might also think, that sounds like a lot of work. You would be right about that, but you should have seen my six-pack abs. The physical labor was wearing my family down, so eventually we moved to storing hay in 2,000-pound round bales. By being a late adopter, practically the last, I swear, most kinks in baling technology had worked themselves out. We learned from other ranchers that made the switch earlier and bought the best technology and equipment available. You, as the reader of this book, are getting the same thing. Since publishing the first edition in September 2019, I have learned a great deal more from thousands of readers and hundreds of students in our online grant writing classes. Plus, I now have a co-founder, Alexandra Lustig, who brings her own special zone of genius. In the first edition, I gave you what I thought you wanted: technical knowledge on grant writing. You got that, but you revealed to me that you want something more than the ability to write grants. You want a career that is fulfilling. You want flexibility in how you spend your days. You want to make a respectable living while still having time to get outside and travel. You have lots of interests. You give passionately to causes you care about. You want to feel a sense of purpose and meaning. You want to be done by 3 p.m. to be with your kids, or you want to work and explore from your van. You want to dig in deep for several weeks and then take a week off to go camping. Whatever your image is for a life well lived, I have some good news. You can absolutely have it. That said, here is the tiny print. You can have a life you love, but it requires you to take complete and total responsibility for making it happen. What does that mean? You will be waiting a long time if you are counting on the stars to align for the perfect job or time to start a new career. I get your frustration and need to mitigate risk. You cannot quit your job tomorrow and continue to support yourself and your family. Yet, you know you are capable of more. Whether that is building a freelance grant writing business, landing a fulfilling new job, building your dream, or helping your community be a better place. Imagine we are back in the hayfields. I'm 14 years old and running an old 1956 tractor to put hay into windrows. My job requires staying ahead of the stacking crew. That's the team that puts the hay into the haystacks. They keep catching me.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?